Hi Abhishek. Hi Aditya. Yeah, hi Sushant.
Hey, good morning.
Late to wait another 5 minutes for Venkat, Vishnu, and Tejasvi. Okay, then we can start. Okay, they are not joining till. Hi Venkat.
Hi, Alok.
Yeah, hi Tejasvi. Hi Tejasvi. Okay, so everyone is.
So before we move to
Yeah. Okay. So yesterday we already got to know about the conditional statement. Okay.
Alok,
So yes.
so before we move to the new topic, so what is the major difference of set, tuple, and list? So how can we differentiate these three?
Okay, how can you differentiate this? Okay, so whenever you are going to create list, okay, so you are using a square bracket for list. Okay, so whenever, so what is the difference between set, list, and tuple? So whenever you require some kind of crude operation, suppose you can say that okay, let me just take you a project example. Okay, so suppose you are working on a web development project, okay, and you know that for web development we are using the MVC model. Have you heard about this MVC? Anyone?
Nope.
Adi? Okay, okay.
Hmm.
So this is a one kind of framework is there like module, okay. Then you can see that module volume and control, okay. So what happened? This is the basic base concept of your like web development project where we have suppose front end, okay, okay, and suppose we have one is the back end, okay, and we have UI, okay. Suppose you while suppose my backend, my one front end is the UI is one button is the where I got all the distinct product. So a product may have duplicate entry, right? Many number of entry, but how do you know that how many products are available? So in that scenario, you can use to pass the particular response from backend to front end. You can store your data in set. So whenever this front end will pull this uh, data from backend, it will always get the distinct record. Okay, so these are the kind of scenario. So I will tell you. Okay, so first complete this basics part. So whenever comes to programming, definitely I am going to tell you the scenario. Okay, how to use list, where to use tuple, where to use dictionary, where to use set. Okay, Venkat.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, okay, na. So, for if you want some kind of crude operation, they tell you like add, insert. You can use list. If you want to like secure for like you restrict your data to from more any kind of modification, then use tuple. And if you want only distinct record, then use set. And if you want kind of JSON kind of data like key and pair, then use dictionary. Okay, so what is the use cases in the project or program? I will tell you. Okay, so whenever we come to programming, definitely we will going to do some exercises. Not today, on Monday. Okay,
Okay.
Tejashwi, are you there? Okay, okay, Aditya is there. Okay, Abhishek. Okay, so yesterday we cover about the conditional statement. Okay, like if else and if else and if elephant else. Okay, so today we are covering the loops. Okay, so loops means like suppose loops are the particular, you can see that Python's you can see that expression. So where we iterate the particular data again and again and again till my condition is true. Suppose okay, so till my condition is true or till my data is there, whatever is there according to our requirement, we can run it again and again and again, one by one by one by one. Okay, okay. So suppose so we have two kind of loops. Okay, one is the for loop and another is the this one. I already you heard I think basics in also college level also, for and while loop. Okay, so there are difference between for and while loop. For like for doing the operation. Okay, so what we will do, for will store the data in temporary memory and then use that memory to like for print, for a append. Okay, and while will work, it is slightly different from the for loop. Like while will first check the condition till your condition is true, it is running, it is running again and again. Okay, once your condition is false, it will exit from the loop. Okay. So let's start from the for loop. Okay, so before going to the for loop, so I will tell you one Python. We have one range method. Okay, so what will range do? So range will take three arguments. One is the start, stop, and there is the interval. Okay, so this is a very useful range one, and okay, so start stop means, so this is your starting position. So if you don't give the start position, by default it will start from 0. Okay, so like your string segment, whenever you give the stop position, so it will not return till stop, just before the stop element, means excluded the stop position. And interval is the like your interval, like every specific, like one interval after every two interval. So let's check for, okay, so one second. So this is your suppose I give here 10. Okay, okay, so you can see that, so this is my writing, how we writing the for loop for I in range 10. So this is my value range 10. So what will be the range interval? It is value from like this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Because here my, if you don't give the start position, so what if you give the single argument, by default argument is your stop position, stop. Okay, so here 10 means it is referred to stop. So whenever so now range will store 0 to 9. Okay, it will not include 10, as I say that it will till 10, but not, but excluded the stop value. Okay, so this is my data, so range will store 0 to 9. And you can see that here one is the I, for I. Okay, so in case of for loop, what happened? I means it is the reference to memory. So for loop first store this, whatever you give this value here, store the value, it will store in the memory. And how to access this memory? By a memory name. So here my memory name is I. You can give any name to this memory, I, J, K, your name, my name, any name you can give, because without name you cannot access this memory. Okay, so here I give this particular memory area, I give them, I give it I. And while printing, while other operation, we are going to use this memory particular only. So you can see that now my range, whatever the value of this range, I will store in this memory area, and my memory reference name is I. So print I. Okay, so you can see that now I print one by one by one by one. Any doubt or confusion here, right? Abhishek, Aditya, Susant, Tejashwi, Venkat,
No, clear.
clear? Tejashwi, hello. Okay, Tejasvi. Okay, so Tejasvi is joining recently. Okay, okay. Hello, Tejasvi, are you there?
Yes, sir. Actually, I lost connection from your side.
Okay,
Continue.
okay, okay. Okay, so as I told you that like range will store like 0 to 9. Okay, and this is your like 4I in range 10. Okay, so what we'll do, so whatever the value of range, okay, so we'll store in memory. Okay, so this is my, and to access this memory we give some name to that particular memory. So in case of mine it is I, you can give it any name, I, J, K, name, car, bus, any name, any reference you can give to this particular memory, and we are print this memory, whatever the value store in this memory we are print one by one. So you can see that, so in I it will store, you can see that. Okay,
It is
got
always
it?
start from 0.
Yes. No, no. It all, if you by default start, if you give the start position, suppose here I giving the start position. My start position is 2 now, and this is my stop. So you can see that it will start from 2. So whatever this value of the range I store in I, and whatever the value in I print it. Okay. I am going to access this memory only. Okay. So suppose how you can suppose I have a I, and you can see that whatever the value I don't want to print, I want to store in a list. So how to store in a list? We already know about the list. So suppose create a empty list. Okay. So L1, this is my list name dot, to add value in the list we are using append. Okay, and what should be the value? We got the value from the I, so pass here I, because whatever the value of the I append in this list. So if I am now print L1. Okay, got it? How it is working? Hello, Venkat, Tejasvi, Abhishek, Aditya, Sushant, clear?
Yes, sir.
How it is working? Okay, na?
Sir,
Yes.
what is that interval part?
Okay, interval is a specific interval. Suppose if you give the interval, suppose I will get, like if I'm taking this example, if my interval is suppose 2. So what is the value? Like after 0, I will get 2, then 4, then 6. Okay. So this is the your interval after every 2 second value each interval. Okay. So this is your output if you pass the interval. Okay. Clear? Okay. So Venkat question is
I'm,
that
I'm getting a different output.
okay. Okay. What is that
I'm getting multiple lists.
here?
So it starts with 2, then starts with 2, then it's 2, 3, then 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay. Okay, Aditya. Can you share your screen? We'll
Let
see.
me see.
Yeah. Yeah. Share your screen. Okay. Mm, 4I in. Okay. You are getting this kind of. Okay. Can you give some? Okay. Can you just print? Like okay. just keep the print outside this for loop. Okay, because you are printing inside this, that's why it is it will print like this.
Okay,
Yeah,
so this is
now
now.
you can print. Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, because I tell you, like for others also, what happened here. So whenever you print this in this print, like Aditya put this print inside this for loop. So as I told you, that inside this for loop means, so this is how it operation is doing. Like every time it will append one by one by one by one. So because L1 is my outside the for loop, so print L1. So after your whatever your process complete append, then this is your final output. Okay.
Because only the indentation will
Yes,
identify whether the
exactly,
for loop is
exactly,
completed or not.
exactly. You put the print
Mhm.
inside the for loop. That is the problem.
Correct.
Okay, that's why I told you, like while working with Python, be careful about the indentation. Okay. Okay. So this is, so Venkat question is that what is the tuple? So in that scenario, if I am using tuple, as we know that we cannot add something in tuple, right? Then how to store? You cannot store your particular result in this scenario. So in this scenario, you can use list only. Okay. You can use set also, right? Mhm. I think Dix. Okay. Okay, you can see that. Now we can use set also, but you cannot use tuple to store the value. So whenever you are writing some kind of item assignment and some kind of whenever we have data like some kind of calculation. Okay, so what we will do, we'll using for loop iterate and we do some calculation. Okay, so you cannot use tuple in that scenario because you cannot capture those value inside tuple, because tuple will not allow you to item your addition, right? Hello. Okay, understand, Venkat?
Sir, what about dictionaries?
Yes, hello. But I am
Yeah.
getting an error.
Okay, what is okay? Okay, show me your screen. Wait.
I have given L1 equal to square brackets for I in range 4, 10, L1 dot append, comma I.
Okay, what is there? You can see that unexpected indent. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. So let me show where you missed it. For I in comma. You can see that L1 dot append na give there four spaces. Right again. First you write the for loop. I will tell you. Okay. Okay. Enter. Then give four times space. Now write L1 dot append. I. Enter. Again enter. Now print L1. Got it?
why 2 times enter to exit from that loop?
Yes, exactly. But while working with this for loop, give this while for the express statement, give the 4 times space. Okay.
Okay, even after for loop, we need to give the
Yes.
space.
Indent block. Yes. Indent block, because this L1 dot append, it is the statement for this for loop. For loop block. This is inside the block statement. This is what you write a for loop block. That's why we need to give this indentation 4 times.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so this is the scenario, right, where you we cannot use tuple. That's why we need to store value in either set or list. Okay, so this is also one kind of your use cases, you can say that. Okay, so now it's come to the how to control this loop. Okay, okay, control statement. So how to control this loop? Yes,
Can we use
Tejasvi?
dictionary with for loop? Dictionary
Yes,
with for loop.
yes, we can use, but slightly different. Okay, slightly different. Okay,
Means how? Can you explain?
okay. Suppose here is my like 02468. Okay, let's declare a dictionary. Okay, so suppose I want to add the value. So as you know that how to dictionary use some key and value. So I create a key. Suppose this is name. Okay, let's I have two value. Okay, let's take two value, 1, 3. Okay, here 2 suppose 2 3 5, 2 3 suppose 2 3 4. Okay, so dictionary I will tell you, Tejasvi. Okay, there is some slide we need to create a kind of data also, meaningful data. Okay, I will tell you in next
Okay,
class.
sir.
Okay, okay. So let's come to the control statement. So how to control my let's it is working fine. Okay, suppose I give here 50. Okay, so control statement means how to control my loop. Okay, okay, how to control my loop. So for that we are using two part. One is the break, one is the continue. Okay, so what we will do? Break will exit from the whenever you start the loop. So break will exit from the loop. When meet the condition equal to true. Continue. Okay, skip and continue the loop. Okay, okay. So how it is working? Suppose same thing I write if suppose I take num. This is my reference. Suppose 30. So in range it will store 0 to 30. Okay. So this is my one example of break. Suppose this is my num is my memory area. So range will store the particular value from 0 to 29. Okay, it will store 0 to 29 total value store here. Okay, so print num. Then I give here if num equal to 15. If my num is equal to 15 means whenever it match with this value, break means exit from the loop. Your loop will not go further, it will exit. Let's check. Break outside loop.
It will be for num in range.
Yes.
Should the statement start with for num in range?
Okay. Sorry. Okay. I give the sorry, my mistake. Okay, so let's, so you can see that. So when it is 15, your loop will not go further. So what is the my value store here in 0 to 29? So print num1. So first it will print 0, then go to this if block. After printing num equal to 0, it is false. So it will then again go to this particular print 1, 2, 3. It will every time it will checking that my number is equal to 15. So whenever it will got that it will print first 15, then it will check this num equal to 15. Yes, condition is true. Then it will go to the break statement. So break statement will stop the loop and exit. Okay, got it everyone? How break is working? Tejasvi,
Yes, sir.
Abhishek, clear?
One more thing. Yeah, one thing, like whatever the number that will, like if num equal to 15, so it will break the number till 15, not 14, right?
Yes.
Whatever the condition will give.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So similar your particular continue is also. So let's check for the continue in another cell. Same thing we are using continue. So as I told you, continue will skip that particular condition and continue the loop. So in this scenario, what will happen? Let's see. So you can see that in this scenario, it will print till 29. Okay. But 15, why? 1 second. print first. Okay, so here in this scenario you can see that. Okay, so whenever first it will num will go to this particular, check this condition. If it will print like 0 1 2, so it will, as I told you, continue means skip the particular condition and continue the loop. So you can see that here your 15 will be skipped. So whenever this condition is particular met, it will skip this particular step, particular condition, directly go to the again it will again go to the for loop. Okay, skip this particular condition value.
So
So
if you
here you
want to
can see
skip
that,
multiple values,
yeah, multiple value. So we have in operator, right? I already told you, so you can use in. Okay, then suppose I want to skip like 10 comma 15. Okay, suppose comma 5 comma 20. So you can use this in operator. Okay, you can see that 10 is skip, 15 is skip, 5 is also skip, 20 is also skip. Okay, got it?
yeah.
Okay, Tejasvi, clear?
Sir, if we want to skip even number or if you want to skip odd number, then how we have to
Yeah,
put condition?
yeah. First you should know like
Specific
that is the
squared
different
number.
scenario. Okay, so what is the even number? Like it will completely, you can see that divisible by 2. Num percentage 2 equal to 0. Okay, then continue. So whatever the value odd number, so you can see that this is all my every even numbers are skipped now. Okay, got it?
Suppose it's then not equal to 0.
Not equal to 0, then it is, or all are the, what is then, like if num percentage, if your modular, if your remainder has some value, then they are the odd value, right?
Yes.
So this is your condition of your odd. So you can see that this is my completely even. So whoever are the completely odd value, all are skipped. Okay,
Series. Same formulas we have to use.
yes,
Factorial number of Fibonacci series.
yes, you can use. Okay, so now come to the while loop. Okay,
Hello, can you just go back a little bit?
okay,
We did this for the even numbers, right?
okay,
If num
right.
percent 2.
Hmm.
And what is this exclamation equal to 0?
Which one?
Yeah, why is that?
Okay, this is the symbol of not equal to. If you go to the operator now, this is your operator symbol, not equal to 0.
Okay.
Okay, that is only. Here I am doing some kind of comparison. Okay.
If number divided by 2, right?
Yeah, number divided by 2. Suppose I have a 5 divided by 2. So according to the modulus, what will be the remainder? Remainder equal to 1. Okay, na? So if I am using 4 divided by 2, so what is the remainder? 0. So this is a completely even number. So if it is not 0, then it is a odd number. Oh, that is the what condition.
Okay.
Okay.
1.
Any question, confusion? No, no.
Yeah.
Okay then. So in case of while loop, how it is working? So while will as I told you in previously also, while will run the loop again and again till it find the till your condition is true. Once your condition is false, it will exit. So in while loop, we also create infinite loop. We using this. If I am, let's create a first infinite loop. How it is working? You can see that. Suppose I write a program. Okay. While 5 is greater than 3. So this condition is true, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can see that this is my print star. If this condition is true, print star. So every time what will happen? Every time it will print star, then again go to the while loop condition. That particular check. This condition is true, then print star. So in this scenario, you can see that it is my condition is always true. So it is running continuously till you don't stop. You can see that it is continuously running. It is running means till, okay, let it stop, otherwise system could hang. Okay, so this is your kind of your infinite loop. You can see that. Okay, you can say. Okay, so how to control this particular while loop? We can use like item assignment. Okay, to like we can increase the value. Okay, so let's write a program. Okay, to print 1 to 10. Okay, so how to write in while loop? So suppose first I take a variable. Okay, a equal to 1. Okay, so here I'm giving the my expression condition like a is always less than 10. Okay, print a, then I am using a equal to a plus 1. Okay, so you can see that. Okay, so now I print 1 to 10, 1 to sorry 9. Okay, because it will not print till 10, or if you giving a like greater than or equal to, then it will print 10. Okay, so how it is working? So this is my variable a equal to 1. So while this is my condition 1 greater than or equal to 10, sorry, less than or equal to 10, then print a, then increase the value of a. Okay, inside the loop only. So while first it will go, it will check the first condition 1 is less than or equal to 10. Yes, this condition is true. Then print a 1. Then comes to this expression. What is the value of a? 1. So 1 plus 1, 2. So again then now your a value is 2. Again go and check. 2 is less than or equal to 10. Yes, less than. This is true. Then print 2. Then now my print value is here is 2. Now 2 equal to 2 plus 1. So now my value of a is 3. So every time it will increase by 1 by 1. So till 10 it will increase and then check. 10 is less than or equal to 10. Yes, 10 equal to 10. Here I am giving that equal to, yes. Then print 10. Then here it will again 10 equal to 10 plus 1, 11. So now a value is 11. Then it will come and check. 11 is less than 10. false. Here your condition is false, so it will exit. Okay, got it?
So it
Then
will
how to
exit
print?
on.
Yeah, one by one. Yeah, Abhishek first.
Yeah, I'm saying like when the condition will be false, then it will completely exit the loop. Like,
Yes,
right?
yes, exactly. Okay, till your condition is true, it will iterate again and again and again. Okay, so
Okay.
to control the loop, so here we are using item assignment. We are taking one variable and we are just increasing or decreasing the particular value so that we can control the while loop. Okay.
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 This
Again
exercise
with
we
the
can do in
Aditya.
for also. Right?
Yes.
This exercise we can do in for loop also.
Yes. For loop also you can do.
Yeah. Now till
But
now we
there is a difference we can find it.
Okay, for loop you are using break also, right? But while also you can use break also here. Like if your a equal to this particular value, then break. This is also you can work. This is completely a scenario basis. For loop, while loop. Okay. Yeah, Aditya, you have some questions.
so far we saw only on integers.
Yes.
How about string or alphabets?
Okay.
If I want a
Okay.
list of A to Z or alternate A, C, E, how do we get that?
Okay, you want to print like A, B. Okay, so we are okay. Okay, that I will tell you. Okay, in next class.
Mhm.
Okay, so I will keep it. Okay, so I think we are using ASCII character for alphabet. So I will look this and get back to you in next class Monday. Okay,
Yeah,
how
sure.
to iterate alphabet. Okay, any more query?
And what about the decimal, like decimal value?
Yeah, decimal also same. Okay, suppose 10. Suppose it is my 1.0, right?
Okay.
So okay now. So you can use this also. Okay, like 1 plus 1 32.0. So you can also same this. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Tejashvi, you have some questions.
Sir, output always come in the form of vertical when we want horizontal output. For that purpose,
Okay.
how we can do?
So
This is
here put
vertical
one.
output, na? One.
Okay, one parameter in print statement. Okay, got it. So this is one parameter of print statement end. So if you don't put the end, what you will do? So whenever you like this print, so whenever it print, it will print in every single line. Okay, it will go to every line by line in your horizontal. Okay, so if you want vertical, just comma one parameter in end equal to then your delimiter. So put some space. Okay, so in my case I put some space, so it will not go to the new line, it will start the particular line from after a space, it will start the new line. So this is a simple parameter. Okay, so you can see that if you want some kind of a specific some delimiter, you can put also, like you can see that in this is in pipe, so your output is like this. Okay.
And sir, as you told, we cannot use any formulas or any means like factorial function. There is formula, right? NCR or N factorial, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
We can do factorial formula.
but in Python, we directly use that function, na? Means as you
Yeah,
told, import
we
libraries
have,
or over there.
yes. We have method. We have a predefined ready-made method for that. But anyway, if you want to write your custom factorial function, you can write. Okay, you can write.
By manually and by using directly function, we can do that type of programming, right?
Yes. We can create method. So Python, whatever. Okay, we will do one thing. Monday I will show you my project detail. So at least you have some kind of idea how exactly Python coding is doing. Okay. Monday. Yeah, I will show you on Monday. Okay, how exactly we are working with Python code in real time project. Okay, I will show you. So at least you all have some kind of idea. Means what is more important. Okay. So Python, what happened? Okay. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Venkat, Aditya, Abhishek. Okay, then see you on Monday then. Okay. And Aditya, question your one question is there, how to iterate the alphabet. So I will let you know on Monday. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah. Okay then, guys. Yeah.